We have our own in Kisii, that's Matiangi, whom I'm supporting. I'm the spokesman of the Kisii community. And being a spokesman of the Kisii community, it calls upon myself, indeed, to stand with the person that I talk on behalf.
A political storm is brewing in the Gusii region after Kisii Governor Simba Arati delivered a heavy political blow that has left both President William Ruto and ODM leader Raila Odinga scrambling for relevance. In a bold and unexpected move, Arati publicly threw his weight behind former Interior CS Fred Matiangi, declaring him as the man to watch in 2027, not just for the region, but for the country.
We want to urge our brothers all over the country, let us see the candidate of Matiangi, and I'm calling upon Honorable GACHAGUA, if indeed the passion that you have for the change of the country, the only change that we can get it through Matiangi when you are supporting him. If Ruto today...
This isn't just a personal endorsement, it's a declaration of political war. Arati, long seen as a loyal foot soldier of Raila Odinga and one of the most vocal defenders in the larger Nyanza region, has now shifted gears, and in doing so, he's made it clear that the Gusii community will no longer play second fiddle in national politics. For years, Kisii leaders have been accused of dancing to the tune of political giants from the outside region. Arati's new stand sends a different message, one of defiance, independence, and a hunger for true national representation. Fred Matiangi, who retreated from the public eye after the 2022 elections, now finds himself being pulled back into the national spotlight, not by his own hands, but by a sitting governor with growing influence and political muscle. Arati's support is no small matter. As governor of one of the most densely populated and politically active counties in the country, his voice carries weight.
Support our brother, Dr. Fred Matiangi. That's the call I'm making. There is some people who are extortionists in the camp of opposition. Their business is collecting money from unsuspecting candidates. We want to warn them that we can't move far with this kind of people in the struggle. Otherwise, you will be puncturing us before we make a move.
The most striking part of the announcement wasn't just the backing itself, but the message that accompanied it. Arati made it clear that neither Ruto nor Raila, despite their national clout and previous influence in Kisii, would have the power to dictate to the community in 2027. This is a clear sign that the political landscape in Kisii is shifting and fast.
I just indicated yesterday clearly that Honorable GACHAGUA is welcomed to Kisii. He's a leader like another leader. Yes, we know that he has caused some discourse in this country, which all of us, we have to really look into. But for today, I want to point out that while he's coming, he knows...
The boldness of Arati's stand didn't stop there. He openly welcomed former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua to visit Kisii and help in campaigning for Matiangi. That kind of political flexibility, especially from a former Raila loyalist, is not just rare, but disruptive. It signals the 2027 alliance may cut across the usual political divides. By extending an olive branch to Gachagua, someone who's been at odds with many opposition leaders, Arati is opening the door to a new kind of politics, one that is less about party loyalty and more about regional strategy.
To point out that while he's coming, he knows what he took us through in 2 years in office. We know the frustration of Honorable GACHAGUA he got in the government of Ruto, where he was the deputy. Until his departure from the office, he is one of the people who perpetrated, especially in Kisii.
Behind the scenes, both Ruto and Raila's camps are reportedly scrambling. For Ruto, who has tried to court the Gusii region through state appointments and visits, Arati's defense is a warning that goodwill alone may not translate into votes. For Raila, Arati's announcement feels like a betrayal, a sign that even his most loyal supporters are beginning to chart their own political paths.
Your Excellency, I will indulge you kwa biashara ya maendeleo katika eneo letu la Kisii na Nyamira. Mimi ni msemaji wa Momo Kisii kila mahali na nitasimama. Kwa hivyo ndugu zangu, mimi niko tayari, nitafanya na nyinyi kazi, nitafanya kazi na rais, tuhakikishe kwamba tumeendelea mbele. Jana niliambia rais, sisi unajua
What's emerging is a calculated power play. Arati is positioning Matiangi as a serious contender, potentially for president or deputy president, and doing so early enough to shape the national conversation by framing Matiangi not just as a regional figure but a national one. Arati is forcing voters and political players alike to consider new possibilities. Whether or not Matiangi runs is still up in the air, but with Arati pushing the narrative this hard, the pressure is now on him to make a move. If he does, he'll be walking into a political race already charged with expectations and with a loyal base ready to carry him forward. One thing is clear, Kisii politics just got a lot resting, and neither Ruto nor Raila can afford to ignore what's happening there.
We have our own in Kisii, that's Matiangi, whom I'm supporting. I'm the spokesman of the Kisii community. And being a spokesman of the Kisii community, it calls upon myself indeed to stand with the person that I talk on behalf, and that is Fred Matiangi. We want to urge our brothers all over the country, let us see the country of Matiangi, and I'm calling upon Honorable GACHAGUA, if indeed